Hello and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon, where we are about halfway of our goals in this park, and that is to make the most beautiful, best ever park. Well, that's always the goal. The goal is also to get 2,500 guests in the park, and we're well on our way. Now, I've had one suggestion, and that is, I think, a pretty cool one. So we're gonna see how it turns out, and that is to just add every single guest on the name list, or add everyone who is on the name list to the park. So let's do that. Well, at least let's just add a few more, because I just look at the list and I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe that's like a little bit much, to do. And I do want everybody to be in fresh, so. But the reason behind it is that because there is no money, everybody stays in the park like quite long, which I thought was like, yeah, that's a very good argument to just add quite a few. Now I don't really see anybody else coming. Oh yeah, there's another one. We'll add in more later. But for now this is like wait, I'm doing it all wrong. Now for now this is what we'll do, because those are the only new guests coming in. So there we go. Good. Okay. So, now back to. Oh, you know what we could also do here? What if we have vandalism? Now is the time to check it. If there is any, that is, because yeah, with the amount of guards and all the good facilities that we have, of course there isn't any vandalism. Good. Well. We built last time this coaster, and I believe, did we? No, we did not. So we're basically waiting to finish this for the chairlift, but that's not the only thing that I want to build here. I also want to have a cool thing going through this loop here. So let's get that sorted, and I do have a plan for that. But I think what we want to do with that, to get that sorted right, is we want to expand our path a little bit. So let's add in like this section here, I think it would also be cool if we go through this building and then go around it, rather than just pierce through here, because I think that's stupid. So and I also feel like over here I want the path to go around the edge of the water body here. So let's do a bit of path construction, and then expand our rides with a cool thing for through the loop. Because in the end, this is gonna be like one of those epic buildings, where all the cool stuff happens. Now, why is that? Why isn't this working again? Can't see it for the life of me. Black tarmac is like the worst here. Oh, now okay, yeah, that's an issue. Right, okay. We should be able to do this though. Cool. And then move up there. Yes. Alright, this is also good. I was like, wait, why are we being blocked here? But of course, that is because we have this area there. We'll have to take care of that in a moment, but that's what we'll worry about in said moment. And then, like this. Remove a few trees, and wow, where is my noise? We're playing in a ghost park. Yeah. I don't know. If I don't hear sounds of cars and gas, you're like, wee, then for me it's not complete. Something's wrong if I don't hear that stuff. Okay, I'll have to admit, I'm an addict. I need to go to my AT group, anonymous tycoons. Let's see. If we go up one further and then remove the tree. Now all we need to do is this, and then basically make it like leg it to get all the facilities down. Because balls. I should have done this first, but well. It's alright, we'll manage, Not too much worried. There. A bit of this over there. And we do want this view, at least for over here, to get the basics here done. Look. And you know the good thing is, you can tell that a park's going really well. We have no staff here, but also... What? Oh. We have no staff here, but also no vomit. How good is that, huh? I mean, that just says something about the guests in the park and how happy they all are. I love it. Of course, you know, if I didn't have to spend any money, then of course I would also be very happy. Here maybe, there. Yeah, we're probably gonna have the guests who walk up there be a little bit annoyed. Understandingly so. But, wait, what did I just do? Understandably so, but still, you know, there's not much we can do about it. Now, this handy dude will have this area to clean up. We might need one for only this area, I don't know. It's a bit unfortunate the way the zones turn out. So we'll just have to hope that he can keep everything clean by himself, and if he can't, we'll just add more. Sounds like staff needs to be the issue here, does it? There, done. I have a new one. I mean, I read in the comments that apparently there's like a limit of 200 staff people. So, in that case, you know, I'm not too much worried about hitting that limit all that soon. Great. Now, we want a few of these, starting out with the toilets. Where is like... Oh, yeah, no, we need one here. Come on, give me the award for the bathrooms again. I'm doing so much effort. Come on, game. You have to see my efforts here, right? Are you blind to all the bathrooms here? How can you miss them? There. Alright, good. Let's also do like one swag thingy here. Let's go with maybe the dark red. Dark red's also good. And then also like a few foodstuffs. There. Nice. It's all looking good. Maybe donuts as well, you know. Each his own. If you want a donut, grab a donut. That's basically the moral of the story. Oh crap, no. That's not gonna work out. That one's actually too low. That's the game playing visual tricks on my eyes. I believe here it's also a bit too well. Where would this be in the right spot then? There. Nice. Okay, fine. That's where we will have it. And then a popcorn thingy. We could do that over there, the popcorn. That's not a problem. Right, okay, so far so good. Now, what I want to do here is, because we don't get the... we have a butter coaster. Nice! That's definitely gonna be built. Now, but what we're gonna do with what I want to build over here, we're gonna do something that I haven't done in like ages before. But we're gonna do it. And this isn't really to tease the park, but this is just because we're trying to make cool stuff here. So... This is for the coolness, you know, because I'm pretty sure that I don't need this to beat the park, but yeah, you know, if I introduce it like that, I think most of you will know what I'm adding to, especially with a coaster of this type, you know. I don't think it will be a surprise for anybody, but still. So, of course, we need this to be a little bit further back. I don't need to go too far, something like that's alright. And then I'll have to do a little bit of terraforming. And of course also some fencing. Because this cannot go unfenced here. Look at the cliff. Look at how dangerous this is. Absolutely do we need fences there. Oh, you know, I totally forgot that over here as well with this exit. Look, let's make this nice for the people who sit here trying to hold back the vomit, you know. Let's make it a pleasure place for them. Keep your vomit to yourself. Alright, then we can have entrance exit. So basically, first of all we need to set this to powered launch mode. And the tweaking is where we can make the difference here. So that's what we're gonna do later on. But for now, yeah, so okay, I guess it's time to build it. Okay, so what is the terrain height? 25? Oh my good lord. That means that we basically have to... Ooh. Yeah, okay, so this might actually be rather challenging, huh? We'll see, we'll see. Right, let's try this, because all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, so but how exactly are we gonna do this then? So we should launch this thing in such a way that it will just make it here. And then this is height 25 and this is height 22. So in theory, height 23 is a legit height here. Right, but no, apparently it's not. No, height 24 is a legit height here. That's height 25. Okay, so this is just to get the concept going, okay? I mean, this isn't really like we might do a few other things here, basically. That's what I'm trying to get at. And then yeah, but hold on a second, we need to be way higher. Now we can actually do this. Look, we have boosters here. So now we will booster this to 57. And then see where that takes us. So, and then if we were to do this, nice. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. But we are not there yet, guys. We are not there yet. I want this to go back. I don't know how boosters will work. If they don't work the way I intended to work, then we have a little bit more work ahead of us. In fact, if it doesn't work how I envision it to work, and this is basically like the end point of the jump. Right, okay, let's see how this goes. Right, what we know for starters is that this can go up at least 15 kilometers. This is gonna be some fine tuning, guys. We're gonna get this right. So up to 70 then. We're gonna get this right, and this is gonna be truly awesome. Okay, just a smidge more. 78 perhaps? I don't know, and then we'll also have to boost it to worry about, you know? Which I think will be... maybe it might be just a little bit too much. Probably. Yeah, way too much. Right, so let's booster this to 28 and see what happens then, and move it up from 28 every time, you know, just one step every time. Maybe we don't even need to boost it. We don't need to booster it. And we might want to break it. Maybe that's even better, you know? We'll see. We'll try it first with the boosters. Okay, so now that we have this... Because it does go down in the end, you know? Okay, it just goes over the top. But I think you guys can see what I'm trying to do there. Can't you see? So if we were to lower this by 8 kilometers, is quite important. But I think that should do the trick. Right, and then we'll just have to see like how the ratings are. Because this just crawls at like a snail's pace. I don't think this does much at the moment, but I have to see. Do you do what I want you to do? Oh yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to do. Look how cool that is. If you are, the front seat is like the absolute best here. Now hopefully the booster... That's a bit of a shame. Okay, issue there. Noted. What we want to do then is do this a little bit different. Right, okay, so here's the plan then. Basically, we want this to be like a little bit lower. And then this is like the second highest point, basically, for that. So if we then do like a helix up small, we could maybe even do like this, but then we just have like this lame straight section here. That's no good. So kind of want this to be something like this. I don't know, would this work? That's the question. I don't think it has enough pace to pass through there. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Let's see. Totally does. Perfect. Alright. Good. And this will definitely make it back. Will it? I say that overconfident, but nice. Okay, so now that this is a thing, right? And this is purely just so we have like a ski jump thing going on. That's the only reason we have this here in its current shape. It's not for the rides or the ratings, you know. It's only there to have a ski jump thing. And I said we would have like skiing sports here. I meant it. How are we gonna do this? If we do this, then we cannot have tracks going through this loop here, which I do kind of want to have in the end. Yeah, let's just go straight here. We also don't need this to be crazy long. This isn't anything special, this whole coaster, so... I also then don't want to make it anything special. Also, what did I just... I lowered something that wasn't really the intention. Oh well. I guess we have more we have more fences to place. I see dangerous cliffs everywhere. Right, and then you'll see that this whole thing that is the most boring coaster design ever has actually good ratings. Yeah, look, see how cheaty it is? That's why I usually do not build them, and this isn't, you know, here to win the park. This is just because I wanted it to be cool. I mean, I've done like harder parks without it. I think you can forgive me for, you know, going all out on like scenery, props and whatnot. I mean, sure it does help, but you know. I made the decision, we do it. Now, what we need here are like a few things. First of all, we need one of you. Ooh, and we have a new shop installed. Oh, that's very nice. We need one of you. Yeah, hold on a second. You stay there, mate. I don't know where you think you're going, but... and then also we need like an entertainer for the queue. Which is not a freaking panda. However, it doesn't stop here. You know, the madness that is this ski jump thing. Because we're gonna build like a second one. Because we have like 2 rooms here, right? It would be really cool to build it all the way over here. But I feel like it's best placed over here. And just have them arrive from like the same place. Because then we can... And I say that I don't need it. And secretly... Without this, I will not make it, you know, to the end. Nice. Oh, that's a really good coaster. Oh, nice. We can do some cool things with that too. No, first, let's just focus on what we're doing here, right? And then get to the other cool stuff that we just got available. I mean, one thing at a time. Don't get too crazy now. You know this cool stuff, just be patient. Right. If we do this, and I know I also need to color them, name them, shame them, all that jazz, you know, and we will in like a moment. Do not worry too much. Now, as said, this is a looping helix up. Let us do for this one a helix at like the same height. Or just a regular thing. So this should in theory have more or less the same pace. So they should arrive at roughly the same time here. Or at least that's the theory. And then straight down. And then, yeah, look at how cool that is, huh? If this isn't like the definition of cool, then I don't know. But basically you hang over the edge and you gaze into like just the end of the track. How cool is that? I don't think I've ever done something as cool as this. I wish there was like some kind of safety hook you could do so that it could hang all the way down and then would get pulled back. Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, that was a little bit ahead of the time of this game, I guess. Now, what speed did we set this exactly? I believe it was 79 or something, or 78, yeah. That's close. And then powered launch mode. Now we go to 78. Obviously, I want to test this one out as well. We're not gonna have guests enter this and then have it. Oh, look at that! How cool! No, don't crash! Come on, don't crash! Perfect, perfect, perfect! I love it. Now you need to make it all the way back. My good lord, that's actually much more of an issue with this one. I fear that this one might not make it. Alright, well, we'll have to see how that one turns out in the end. You know, that's, we might end up with messages like, saying like, coaster hasn't returned to the station. Check your mechanics or whatever, you know. A message that goes something like that. We might get those at some point, but for now, yeah, guys, we have like the ultimate coolness here. Wouldn't you agree? I agree, but I'm biased. Let's see. Let's also do some terraforming here. And then obviously we want... wait, how did this exactly happen? How did you get there, I guess? He just popped out of nowhere. What? Look at that. Oh my good lord. How cool. I absolutely love our own coaster design. It is just amazing. And also, look at the repeat gas setup we have. Oh, nice. Man, I am so proud of this design. You know, it is the best, really. Also, have I, no, we'll set up both coasters in terms of settings and colors in just a moment. Let's see. Now, since we're gonna have a dedicated handy dude here for this exit, you know what we could do? Which we... Ooh, all of a sudden I'm getting like this really cool idea. Let's not do it over here, but you'll see it in like a moment what my really cool idea is. What we'll do here is just give the guests some privacy, you know? So they can, you know, they can process their fears, you know, in private. Oh yeah. It also looks really Nordic style, don't you think? Like the just wooden logs in the ground. Don't crash, don't crash. You don't. Very good. Now, basically, this is like a two-type coaster in one. Because if you're at the front, then the thing is like crazy intensive, and if you're at the back, then the thing is not, you know, just mellow ride. But and then you're basically in there for the launch, which is also quite heavy. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you get launched all of a sudden at once to like 80 kilometers an hour, that's pretty fast. I can tell you that much. Now there is like one roller coaster in my country that actually does that stuff. So I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so now what we need to do is yeah, look at how lame that is. They just pass each other. So we go with the yeah, the 10-minute inspection, and then we say synchronize, and we say minimum wait time is going to be at least 15 seconds, because that should be enough time for everything to fill up. So, alrighty, good. Now we need to jump this, and you know, this is like ski jumping, but I have no names for this whatsoever. So we will call this why don't we call this off-piste? And this is just, I don't know if it's this or... Why don't we call this black track? And this off track. Or track off. Look at how cool that is. And this one's just a little bit more intense, because it's just, you know, going slightly more over the edge. Oh man, what a cool coaster design we have here. I think this is just amazing. Now, for the black track, it is rather easy what we're gonna have here, right? And then do something like this, and then we will do like white supports on this. Don't we? Yeah, we do. And what we can do, of course, is do red and brown thingies. Maybe a bit lighter brown. That looks okay. Okay, and then the track off. Man, how cool is this? I really love it. I'm really proud of our own design here, so that's good. Now, let's see, in the color scheme for this, let's make it the total opposite. Does that look cool? I think it doesn't. Let's not make it the total opposite. Let's also go with like the white supports. But instead, go with like a dark bluish. Maybe also the same purple. Yeah, that seems better. I like that more. And then instead over here we'll go with this green. But there's just a slight variation. That's alright. Oh man, this is just so cool. Now, what is the ratings of the track of? 6.3. Yeah, that's good. Now, again, you know, this is not for us to make it to the end of the park, but it does help. Well, that was really the intention. Anyway, so now that we have this, I guess what we need to do is maybe get like a... Oh, also, this is broken down. That's not good. Do we have enough mechanics? I feel like maybe we should just get one more. And also, I want to see, do we have the chairlift thing? Of course not. Okay, now what I did saw was we did get a few more thrill rides. Let's do like a motion box here, just so that we have at least something. And let's remove a bit of this. And let's do a little bit of terraforming too. Not too much, you know, because it's dangerous with this tool. And at the same time, I kind of like it. And then, are we gonna close up the lake completely? I think we can go out a little bit more, like this. Yeah, that's how I want it. Right, so what we'll do is we'll have this in the center. And then we'll do the entrance here, and we'll have this be way too long for a queue. But this is gonna be like really cool. And then the exit is easy. But look what we're gonna do. We need to fix up this terrain too here. But I don't mind that this is like a cliff, because watch. Balls! I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Oh, we could also do something with this. This also doesn't look so bad. This wasn't really the plan, but I just want to see how this combines. And then if we were to say... How does this compare? Is this nice? It's a bit out of style, but it's not that bad, I think. And then we put walls around it. And then basically all we need to do really is this, and make sure that we get this hooked up. Which will be the order of business like right now. Because, yeah, if we don't, it's gonna get worse the more we fiddle around here, I fear. What? Yes. Down. Now, I said something about this being the worst queue ever, right? And I wasn't lying. I hope you guys can all see I wasn't lying. Especially for a ride like this is absolutely the worst. But I also feel like because we have the entertainers on all the queues, I feel like it isn't that bad to do this over here. No, it's you know, don't take this as like, oh, Damage is placing like a 20 long queue for the motion box. Don't, you know, it's not a good example. You don't learn good tycooning by doing this. But anyway, let's just now I can at least see what I'm doing. And then we'll have to add you to this area, because the motion box will most certainly add to the vomit and the amount of it. And then even more needed is this. You are the most needed. Get your sorry ass back here. This should hook. This should cover all the areas basically. So what if we were to drop you in there? Yeah, it seems about right. 10 minutes, thrill riders, open it up. Yeah. And then you have like this castle and the box. And then it's basically just like, you know, it's like a Space Raider movie, like all surrounded by castles, you know. We will call this Courtyard Sim. Because that's what it is in the end. Obviously, the pink colors are a no-no. That's a no-go. We will make it white, you know. The Courtyard Sim. It's not like the box is something you want to look at anyway, so I might as well. You know what? Let's also put a few walls around. Those medieval walls. Like these. Just cause. And then might wanna. Ooh, we can. Wait. Hold on a second. That's cool. I didn't know you could do that. You know, place them on the scenery. That's cool. Okay, nice. Well, there you have it, the Courtyard Sim with a way too long queue time. And guys, 2 coasters that actually do a ski jump here, which I think this is just really super cool. But yeah, you know, there is still plenty more to build for us. Especially in terms of rides and chairlifts and other coasters. And there's also plenty more space to do so, which we will do next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.